I don't know. Okay, let's try recording this. So we're just missing Hawk today, right? Okay. So, enough, please. All right. So make sure that your page numbers are up to date, that your table of contents has this in it, and let's take a look at reducing and simplifying fractions. Guys, it's been a while since we have pulled out these spirals, because I heard somebody say, the spirals? Yeah. So it has definitely been a while. Remember that if we're writing and you are not keeping up, to just kind of, hey, I need a second, throw one of those out there, okay? And don't stress out, because you can always copy mine later. Yep. What is it, sweetie?
Are you recording?
I am. All right. So let's go ahead and start with making a definition for a reduced or simplified fraction. Also let me tell you this. People say it differently. All right. That's why I'm throwing both words out. It might say give your answer in simplest terms. It might ask, you might have instructions that say reduce fractions to simplest terms. So I'm just going to say reduce and simplify so that you recognize it when you see it, or if you have a teacher that kind of like uses the opposite term. All right. So reduced fractions. Let's go ahead and are where the numerator and denominator, yep, start catching up. Have no common factors. Except 1. All right, let me get in a little closer here.
What's numerator?
Yes, let's look at that too. Oh, I'm sorry. I hear just all of these people yelling out at me. Sounds like some bull honky to me. I think maybe we need to put a markup on the board. All right? Who's going to get that for me?
Me. I'll do it.
Okay, Kat, thank you. I mean, I'm already beating y'all, but whatever. Let's go ahead and make one down. Yeah, start a new one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just underline NUM and DEN, okay, because I'm going to be shortening these. So just as a reminder, guys, in your fraction, you have a numerator over the denominator. Okay, so we're referring to the top and the bottom of your fraction. So let's just do a little remind here. Okay. So these are the names for each part of your fraction. No, it's okay. I think I'll just send the link to this video to your mom, Nathan, so she can find out what her money is going to. Not you? Why are we kicking the chair, the ball chair?
No, Abdul's kicked it over there. Yeah, that was me.
Abdul's kicked it over there. All right. Nathan, pull your desk back. All right, go ahead and just line up with the desk to your left for me, Angel. Thank you. All right. Y'all keep on writing. Keep on writing. Nope, you can exchange it for one that is already sharpened. Okay, well, you can exchange it for one that's already sharpened. We're not sharpening in the middle of class. Okay, I don't understand what you're asking. The answer is no. Okay, so again, we have when a fraction is reduced or completely simplified, the numerator and the denominator, the top number, the bottom number, only share the factor number 1. They don't have any common factors except for number 1, the number 1, okay? go ahead and write that down. And when I show you some examples, that will be even more clear, okay? But let's just take a look at that. And I think I'm gonna like girlify this. I don't know. I don't like it. Okay. From now on, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, all the way through Algebra 2, Pre-Cal, Cal, Trig, all of the math that you might attempt in high school and college, the expectation will be that your fractions, any answer that is in a fraction form is going to be reduced. If it's not, it's wrong. Now, in the 5th grade, we're still learning how to reduce fractions, so obviously, there'll be some grace there. But if your answer is in a fraction, it needs to be reduced. Are y'all with me? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about how we do that. All right, and let's break it into steps. So the first thing that I want to do, is that good? The first thing that I'm going to do with the fraction is I'm going to list factors of both numbers. Okay, so I'm talking about the numerator and denominator. And remember, guys, that I kind of underlined up here because I do not want to write those words out anymore. I'm shortening them. All right, so step 1, we need to know what the factors are for both numbers. Something that we've been working on for a while now. We find our factors with the help of what? What do we use to make sure we find all our factors as quickly as we can? There's a little something I've been shoving down your throats for weeks. The divisibility rules. Thank you, Nathan. So, yes. And that is a way for us to use shortcuts, to do it a little more quickly so that we don't want to die. Because we have to go through all of these factors, right? All right. Step 2 is after I have factors listed for both numbers, I'm going to find the GCF. What is the GCF? Greatest common factor. All right. So again, I'm listing the factors for both numbers. And then I'm going to find the greatest common factor, right? They have numbers in common. The biggest one wins. I'm going to take that GCF and I'm going to divide both numbers by the GCF. Okay. Okay, so these are my steps. I hope you have everything written down if you're over there whispering. What ifs? All right. Finish those up. So everything that we have been working on up to here since right before Christmas break, Jax, and the last couple of weeks when we came back, MAPS testing, everybody being sick, blah, blah, blah. All of that factoring, all of that is now going to be put to use in order for you to be able to reduce fractions. So, everybody good? I'm going to go ahead and let's look at an example of that with using these 3 steps. All right, so I'm going to start with example 1. I've got 8 over 12. Now, listen to me very carefully. Step 1 is for us to list the factors. I am not going to do the little stacking thing today because of time. But when I list out the factors, I am assuming that you are going to do this, right? Do you remember this step? To ensure that you have all the numbers. However, someone is going to try to list out all the factors like I'm going to do. And you're going to miss a number and your problem's going to be wrong. What is it, Kat?
Why does it say 8 over 18?
Where? That's 1 times 8. Okay? All right. So, again, you guys, my expectation is that you work out your factors the way we've been doing it so that you don't miss any.
Is that 9 times 12? Or 9 over 12?
This?
Yeah.
Is 8 over 12. Let me pull it down here. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm listing out the fraction or the factors, right? I've got 1, 2, 4, and 8. Okay, and then I'm going to list my factors for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Again, assuming that we went through actual steps to find these. Now, step 2 says find the GCF, right? Now, what you need to do is starting over here, go with the bigger numbers. We're going to cancel out anything that isn't in common. So we have an 8 here, but not here. A 12 here, but not here. I have a 6 down here, but no 6 here. However, I do share a 4. Ding, 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 ding. All right, so that is my answer. That is my GCF. All right? Step 2 complete. Now, let me come down here and let's look at what step 3 looks like. It says divide the numerator and the denominator, the top and the bottom of your fraction by the GCF. So I'm going to divide by 4. This is the greatest common factor that they share. The point of this is to divide both numbers by the biggest possible number that they have in common so that they are completely reduced. If you miss the greatest common factor, you might say, oh, well, look, they both share a 2. And if you divide by 2, you will not be done. The GCF is important, and that's why, again, I want you working out the factors if you do it this way so that you don't miss the biggest one. I mean, it's really great that you simplified it or reduced it one step, but if I can still reduce it, then guess what? It's wrong. All right? So let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm going to take 8 divided by 4, and that is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay? So here is our reduced fraction. Now, here's what I want to look at real quick. It's important that you understand that whatever you do to the fraction, if you do to the top, you do it to the bottom. If you do it to the bottom, you do it to the top. And I want you to be able to see why that is. So let's take a look at, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 8/12, and you're going to draw it with me. So go ahead and just make your rectangle. Remember, these don't have to be perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my Lanta, I always do this wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so just make sure yours just have 6. God bless America.
Only 6?
Yeah, and then we can just cut them in half. All right? So, you guys with me?
That's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Make sure that you have 12 cubes there. Just draw your rectangle and make it work. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, thank goodness, because you should see the mess I made out of the last class. Visual. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and shade in what 8/12 looks like. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the way, when I write, you write. 7, 8. All right. Everybody with me?
Yep.
So here's 8/12. Okay. Now, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to look at what 2/3 looks like. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to be a little more careful this way. Now remember that you want your visual to be about the same size. However, 2/3 means that I only have 3 pieces. So I'm just going to kind of divide this like that, right? I'm going to label this one 2/3. And then let's shade in 2 out of the 3 pieces. 1, 2 out of 3. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Are they the same?
Yeah. Or,
Pretty much. I mean, approximately, right?
yeah.
Y'all know my
Oh, yeah.
my drawing skills are not the same. Now here's what I want you to look at. What if I didn't divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number? What if I only did the top? I would have 8 divided by 4 is 2, right? And then if I don't do anything to 12, it stays the same. Okay, oops. So is everybody here with me? 2/12. So if I only divided, let's say, the top, doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and I want to look at what that would look like. So try to make that about the same. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Make sure that yours has about 12. And then once you have that, go ahead and shade in 2 out of 12.
Is it like, how many on one side?
I put 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to say, okay, I had 8/12. I'm going to show that I only divided by 4 on the top. And I ended up with 2 out of 12. Now, once you have that, look at the difference. Even though you reduce your fraction, you simplify the numbers, you make them smaller, maybe easier to work with, they are still equal. Okay? But what you do to the top, you do to the bottom. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. All right? You have to change one, change the other. You can't just do part of it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand why?
Yes.
Okay. Because it becomes uneven. So over here, let's make a note. So what you do to the top, do to the bottom. You're going to hear me say this over and over and over. I'm going to constantly remind you. How should we beautify this? Let me see here. No. Should we do a picture frame?
Yeah, do a picture.
Yeah, let's do a picture frame. This is important. We're going to put it up, magnetize it on the fridge. I don't care, whatever. All right, are you guys with me? Finish that up. What you do to the top, you do to the bottom. Okay, everybody good? All right, so go ahead and turn the page. Now, let's look at a few more examples of that. Let's change colors here. All right, let's do a few more. So, okay, let's do example 2, and let's make this one 18 over 27. All right. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay, so let's keep going. Again, step 1 is I'm going to list factors for both of these numbers. As a reminder, and I'm going to say this again to you, and one of you darlings will still not listen. I'm going to list them. You guys would need to work them out. All right? Mm-hmm. However, as another reminder, when you are going through these problems, if you see an 18 here, but later on down the road you've got like 2 over 18, guess what? You already did the factors for 18. Scan your paper, right? Look for stuff that you've already done and copy it so you don't have to do it again and again. A lot of these numbers, factors for 4, factors for 12, you're going to start really recognizing them and memorizing them. You will also start memorizing the prime numbers. And as a tip, if it were me, if I could go back, and maybe we'll do this, I don't know, I would memorize prime numbers. Y'all have your chart, your prime composite chart. You could even use flashcards. It will save you a lot of trouble down the road. If you can, the more you can recognize, the better. All right, so 18, I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. There we go. Again, don't leave anything out. Just be, guys, remember accuracy, right? Be as accurate as possible. And 27 has 1, 3, 9, and 27. All right, step 1 complete. List all the factors of both numbers. All right. Now, from right to left, or if you have these side by side, you could just mark them off if they're in the little U shape, right? There's no 18, there's no 27, but they do share, look at my next number, a 9. All right? So my GCF, let's go ahead and put a heart on it. My GCF for this is 9. Boom, step 2. Now for step 3. I've got 18 over 27, and my last step is to divide by the GCF, which is 9. Yes. What I do to the top, I do to the bottom. 18 divided by 9 is 2. 27 divided by 9 is 3. Now this is the answer. We're going to talk, I'm actually breaking this up into 3 pieces. In the very end, we're going to go through some tips that you can use to make sure that you're done. Or to be able to look at a fraction and know if it needs to be reduced. All right, we're going to be practicing that. But in this instance, we are done and reduced. So let me do a quick check-in with you. How are we feeling so far? Thumbs up if you're like, I want to try one by myself. In the middle, if this makes sense and it's simple, but I want to do some more practice. And thumbs down if you're completely lost and just want your mama. All right. So, okay. Well, you know I had to say it. Okay. So, let's do another example. Okay. Let's do example 3. Okay, let's do 12/18. And again, if you, let's pull this down, everybody good? If you have already done factors for these numbers, then just copy. Like 18 we have right above us. I can just copy 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. Look at the problem right above, right? See it up here? Boom, there's 18. Just copy it. Don't even have to work that one out, do we? For 12, 12 is one, again, that you're going to start memorizing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. For the sake of time, we will not be working these out. Consider it a gift. All right, so step 1, list the factors for each, for the numerator and the denominator. Step 2, we need to find the GCF. Can I keep going, or do y'all need a second? Need a second. All right. Caleb just pointed out that I missed the 6.
Oh, I just worked out.
Oh, good job, Caleb. Good job. All right. Make sure the 6 is in there. Math genius in the house. Love it. All right. So we can go, yeah, just leave it flat. We can start canceling out, right? Looking for that GCF. We don't share a 12 or an 18. We don't share a 9 in the 12, but they do both have a 6, which Caleb saved for us. All right, so our GCF is a 6, and I think this one we're just going to make ourselves a little TV. Don't forget your knobs, antenna. Okay. I'm always like trying to be like 3D, but it looks ridiculous. All right, so yeah, just put legs. Just keep it simple. All right. Can I keep going? Get out of my classroom, sir. All right. Everybody good? So, step 2 is complete. We found our GCF. Now what do I do? Jax, what's step 3? Find it. Rude. It's not y'all's turn. Divide by what?
Divide both numbers by the greatest common.
Yeah. So we found our GCF, step 2. So step 3 is we're going to divide both sides, top and the bottom, by 6. So 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. And our answer is complete. Yes, sir. Yep. The only difference is going to be in part 2 of this lesson, I'm going to show you another way to find the GCF that might be faster.
I'd rather this way. But I like this.
It's up to you. Hey, and y'all know the drill. Whichever way you like best, you can do. I don't care as long as you get the right answer, but I am going to show you more than one way. Yeah, Kat.
Why is it always 2/3?
I don't know. I just pick them randomly. All right, so let's do, draw a line there. I'm going to give you an example, and I want you to go ahead and try to do it by yourself. See how it goes. That's what pencil's for, okay? Right? If it's wrong, it's okay. We'll check your work. For this one, let's do 10 over 14. All right. So go ahead. You have notes. You have 2 examples above you here. Go ahead and work through this, and let's see how far you get. Okay. So hopefully you have, hush, Linda, don't be rude. Don't lose it. Okay. So let's take a quick look here. So let me work this out and we'll check you. Do 5, 10. Caleb can tell me if I miss anything. 2, 7, and 14, I think. Yep. All right. So step 1, you would have listed your factors. In step 2, you would have kind of gone through until you found the greatest common factor, which was 2. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna make mine a flower. Y'all make a flower.
TV again. I like TV.
You like the TV?
I watch every day.
Oh, that's a good flower.
I watch every day.
If you like weeds. Okay, so now you would have taken 10 over 14 and you would have divided step 3 by that GCF. What I do to the top, I do to the bottom. All right, so 10 divided by 2 was 5. 14 divided by 2 is 7.
Hey, I got it right.
Okay, did anybody not get it right? And if not, do we know why? Don't be afraid to share that because it can help people avoid problems in the future.
I'm sorry. Kat and Abdelaziz, can you come here? And then if you were a boy and you were just out there, so Nathan and Caleb, can you come back? Because I forgot Kat, so I'll do the girls together and the boys together.
Okay.
Sorry.
Uh-huh. Anybody get this wrong? And if so, do you know why? Or how did we do?
I got it good.
Everybody's okay?
I did it good. I didn't get it divided.
You didn't get to hear? Did you get the 2? Okay. Well, there you go. You just didn't finish it. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. Caleb is going to come around. He's going to give you a sheet of lined paper that you will put your name on. What are you going to put on it first? Right by the lamp. Put your name on it. All right. And I am going to give you guys 5 problems. All right. Just call this you do. All right. We're going to have 5 problems now. You can write these down maybe at the top and then work them out. Give everybody a sheet of that. So that would be my suggestion, that you just kind of write the problems out and then maybe work them down your page. I would number them. I would keep it tidy so my teacher can find my answers. All right. And we will be finishing this in. Hey, it does not require you to talk. He hands you a paper. You accept the paper. All right. So make sure that you get these down. All right. And I want you to go ahead and work these. You have your notes. You have your divisibility rules in your binder. 6, 14. All right. Go ahead and I want to see what you get done before you leave. If you finish these before I say, okay, it's time to go ahead and put them in the bin, the basket.
Is that 30-35?
Hang on 1 second. Alright, how about, is that better? Okay. Alright, so go ahead and we'll get those done. If you are doing this outside of school, yes, you need to do this also. And I want this turned in before you leave today. It's not homework unless you want to finish it at home. Nope, didn't need your feedback. And see where you're at. If you do get it finished, you'll go grab an iPad and jump on IXL. All right, bye-bye.